Is honesty the best policy? Have you ever pondered over this age-old adage? Today we're going to share a story that beautifully illustrates the importance of honesty and trust. Once upon a time, there was a boy who tended sheep on a hillside. Each day, he would lead the flock to graze on the lush grass, and every day was the same monotonous routine. One day, out of sheer boredom, a mischievous idea popped into his head. He shouted to the farmers working in the fields below, "Wolf, wolf, help!" The farmers, hearing the desperate cries for help, dropped their tools and rushed up the hill, shouting words of reassurance. "Fear not, child, we're coming to fight off the wolf." But when they arrived, panting and out of breath, there was no wolf to be seen. The boy burst into laughter. "What a sight! You've all been fooled." The farmers left, anger simmering in their hearts. The very next day, the boy repeated his trick. Again, the kind-hearted farmers rushed to his aid, only to find no wolf. The boy laughed even harder. "You've fallen for it again." This time, the villagers' anger turned into resentment. They decided not to believe the boy's words anymore. A few days later, a real wolf did show up, charging into the flock of sheep. Terrified, the boy screamed for help. "Wolf! Wolf! It's really here this time!" But his cries fell on deaf ears. The farmers, thinking it was another of the boy's pranks, ignored his pleas. As a consequence, many of the boy's sheep were killed by the wolf. This tale is a stark reminder of the damage lies can cause. Dishonesty not only brings trouble to oneself, but also others. When we make mistakes, we should have the courage to admit them and correct our wrongs. The boy's story ends tragically. His lies cost him his flock of sheep. This tale also teaches us that dishonesty can lead to the loss of trust from others. Thus, we must always strive to be honest. Remember, dear listeners, do not resort to lies. Strive to be an honest individual, because when trust is lost, it's hard to regain, and the cost can be devastating. Honesty is indeed the best policy.